Welcome back to Hot Mike on this sunny Tuesday morning. We're going to continue on the trend of North Dakota State football conversation here on this Tuesday. Of course, you heard from head coach Tim Polasek earlier on the aftermath, the decision to opt into the House settlement. Let's move our attention over to the recruiting trail here. Of course, for the Bison, it'll likely be cold for a little while here because they're pretty well set for the class of 2026 right now. That class is up to 15 guys, 15 really impressive guys that are coming up to NDSU here after a little bit. And with the amount of returning players on the roster, they had about 18 to 20, so things are going to slow down here. 18 to 20 scholarships to work with, so things are going to slow down here for a little bit. But one of those 15 guys is Apple Valley, Minnesota's own Q Barnslater, who announced his commitment all the way back in April. We're long overdue for this conversation, but here to tell us all about it and his decision to come to NDSU is the man himself. Q joining us on the show here on this Tuesday morning. Q, appreciate you for coming on. Like I said, it's overdue to get you on here on the show. I want to get your thoughts. Committing to NDSU, what was that decision process like, and how do you feel after making that call a couple of months ago?
Well, I was on a junior day, and it was just going great, and my family liked it. My sisters liked it, and Polasek, he just poured in a lot of emotion to us, and he showed us that he cared. So that was just a big part of my commitment. So I committed on the spot on my junior day.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Congratulations on that. Does it feel now relief? It's off
Yeah,
your shoulders now that the decision
man.
has been made?
Yeah. The past 2 years of the recruitment process has been crazy. So just to commit, it's been a big relief. Big relief. Yeah.
Describe that recruitment process. What was that like for you? And now that it's over, the relief is there. But the last couple of years, what was that like for you?
It was just there was a lot of coaches coming to my school, but it was just like they thought it was too small and stuff like that. So it was just just trying to gain weight and stay on top of that. And NDSU was one that really didn't care about my size. So yeah.
I wanted to touch on that because in your social media post announcing your commitment to NDSU, you put the words "too small" in there.
Yeah.
I got you listed at like 6'1", 165. Does that sound right?
Yes. Yeah.
So is too small? Has that been the knock that's followed you?
I mean, yeah, I went to a couple camps my sophomore season, and all of them, they would just tell me, gain a little bit more weight and we'll offer you and stuff like that. So that just being the factor, it was just yeah, I thought I had to throw that in there on the commitment post.
How badly do you want to prove that, hey, size doesn't always matter?
I mean, really bad. There's some guys in the NFL that I look up to, like Devontae Smith. Just people like that,
Mm-hmm.
just giving me motivation every day, just to keep going. So yeah,
So you make your decision. You tell Coach Polasek. What was reaction like from them and the coaching staff when you said
oh
you're coming to NDSU?
man, he was ecstatic. There were some of the 25 guys there, so they were just there to celebrate with me and just tell me how my journey is gonna go when I get there. So
That's awesome. We're watching some of
that
your.
would
Go ahead.
that would be winning national championships.
There we
So,
go. That's the plan.
yeah.
We were just watching some of your highlights there. You play both sides of the ball. Wide receiver, defensive back. You got a new position that we were talking about off air a couple of minutes ago that I want to touch on here in a second. But you play both sides of the ball. So when you come to NDSU, is there been a conversation of what you're going to stick at during your time in college?
Uh, I think I'll stick at defensive back, but
Okay.
I think the coaches told me that I'm really versatile, so I could play some safety, throw some safety, some receiver. It doesn't matter. I have a good relationship with Coach Crutchley, so it's like if I get there and I show out at receiver, then I could play some.
Speaking of versatility, you come from Apple Valley, Minnesota. You told me off air that you're going to play quarterback this upcoming season.
Yeah.
What went into that process, and how excited are you to get back into the quarterback world here for your senior year?
Well, our quarterback graduated from last year, so it was like I didn't really have a choice being that player to step up. So I just got to step up and just lead my team. go to state.
How different is that? Do you have to adjust your mindset going into the year? You've been a
Yeah,
stud wide receiver, defensive back, and now you gotta man the entire offense here.
man, it's really different, but it's hard and life's hard. So
Mm-hmm. You got to roll with the punches. There's no
yeah,
doubt about that.
yeah.
What kind of quarterback are you? What are we going to see at Apple Valley?
A little bit of everything: throwing touchdowns, running them, pitching them, handing them off. So yeah, everything.
There, we've seen a couple of that. Rajon Nelson, one of them, who's up at North Dakota State now. He was
Yeah.
quarterback for Lakeville North when he was in high school, and now he's a wide receiver, running back mix. Who again also on the smaller side, but I truly, like you said, I don't think that matters all too much. Apple Valley football, for those that aren't familiar with it, describe the competition that you guys face. You're up there in the big schools in Minnesota. What's it like on a given Friday playing for Apple Valley?
Oh, it's ecstatic, man. It's there's nothing like playing on a Friday night with your boys, with your coaches, and your boys that you've been playing with since third grade. So yeah,
And the
it's just fun.
competition you guys are going up against is no slouch. Would you agree with that?
No, no, yeah, it's good competition. It's powerhouses that's been around for generations and before I was here. So they're good competition. Yeah,
So you'll be ready to go when the college level hits. There's no doubt about that.
yes,
The competition at the high level, we see it with Maple Grove kids coming in. Q, I wanted to ask you, when did the reality of Division I football, when did that start to set in for you that this could be a possibility here?
I would say my sophomore season. Before my sophomore season, just playing 7-on-7
Hmm.
with 18U guys, and then just seeing how I could produce on the field with like Will Washington. I was
Yeah.
playing on the same team as him, so just playing with being able to play with him and knowing that he was getting D1 looks just told me that I can do the same. So
Of course, Will Washington is currently on the NDSU roster right now as a defensive back. What's your relationship like with him, and did he play a part in you coming up here to Fargo at all?
I mean, yeah, he was hounding me for the whole time that I got the offer. So yeah, just telling me to come and just telling me how great it was. So yeah, and I was definitely listening to him. So
What has he told you about being a part of this North Dakota State football team that intrigued you?
he told me how hardcore Polisek was, and I like those type of coaches that
Yeah.
get on me and stay on top of me. So yeah, that was
Y-
a big part too.
You're not going to be disappointed. There's no
No,
doubt about that. He is a one of a kind coach. That
sir.
is for sure. Was football always the number one sport for you, or are you off doing other things as well?
Oh yeah, ever since sixth grade when I first locked into it. So yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I've played baseball, basketball. So yeah, but I stopped playing baseball in seventh grade, and basketball has always been my little side sport.
There,
So
there you go. There you go. And
yeah,
of course, football's been working out, no doubt. Again, 15 players for North Dakota State in the class of 2026 right now. You and I were talking off air. This is a really good recruiting class with a lot of Minnesota kids in there as well. How much does that bring a level of comfortability that there's kids coming from the same neck of the woods as you up to the college level? And what do you think about this class coming up in 2026?
it makes me very comfortable to know that there's some kids with the same athletic ability as me, just coming in and just putting in work, so we can all achieve a common goal, which is national championship, like I told you.
There we
So
go. There we go.
yeah.
Good to hear. What does the summer look like for you?
Just morning workouts with the team every day, putting in some extra work at Planet Fitness. I got a membership there, so just go there with some of my boys,
Awesome.
just lifting stuff.
Once again, Q Barnslater joining us on the show on this Tuesday morning. Q, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes here in joining us. Best of luck at quarterback in your senior year, and we're looking forward to seeing you up here at NDSU soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Q Barnslater joining us, the one of the newest recruits for the class of 2026. Again, they're at 15 guys right now, and with the amount of returning players on the roster, they can work with about 18 to 20, somewhere in that range for the entire class. So it's going to be calm for a while, but Q is a great addition to a great class coming up here in a couple of years. We'll have to keep our eye out on and see what he does at the quarterback position for Apple Valley up in the big schools. And the news around here, Moorhead in the big schools now as well. A lot of great competition that he's going to have to go up against. So looking forward to seeing that. Looking forward to seeing that and seeing him up here at NDSU. Big thank you to Q for joining us on this Tuesday. All right, we got a couple of minutes left here on the show. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got some more news to pass along, some news out of the NHL. I'm sure there's going to be some more breaking news in the commercial break we'll get to as well. We get to what to watch, and we get you out the door. That's coming up next on Hot Mic.